Well, good day, folks. Welcome to the MB Wildman channel. On today's video, we're going to have a revised look at the PVC pipe set that I like to use. And it's a great set. You'll take all kinds of raccoons, you'll take all kinds of mink, you'll take all kinds of muskrat. I have another video on the channel from years ago where I gave this set a little look. And I've had a lot of comments on people asking me how I choose my locations for this set. The setup's really easy and it's simple to do. Now, some laws have changed and some things are different here in New Brunswick now, so I want to do a kind of revised one that's more up to date. So go ahead and check the video out. It's a great video, and if you don't use this PVC pipe set, you're really missing out on your trap line. Listen, if you haven't yet subscribed to the Wildman channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on that bell so that you get notified when we upload new content, and we don't want you to miss any videos. As always, we're looking for questions, comments, feedback, experiences that you've had out there in the woods on the trap line with this set or similar sets or any set really. Just go ahead and leave that in the comments down below, and we'll be happy to get back to you on that as soon as we possibly can. Okay, so before we get too far into here, I just want to let you know what equipment I use when I go out on the line looking to set up some of these sets. So I have two different size pipes that I use. This is a 1-inch PVC pipe, okay, and these are cut about 18 inches long with a 45-degree angle at the end, and then a 90 elbow at the top, right? And then I use my 1/2-inch ones that are this size. I really like the smaller ones better now that I've kind of used both on the line. Bigger water, I use a bigger pipe. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it makes a difference. It just makes me feel good, I guess. It's what I do. So it doesn't really matter, but if you have a choice and you don't want to buy both size pipes, or you only want to try a few of these, I would use the 1/2-inch pipe with the 1/2-inch 90 elbow at the top, all right? Cut them 18 inches long, snap the ends at 45 degrees, and buy a 90-degree elbow for the top. Okay, so that's all you need for equipment in that. You're gonna need your favorite trap. Whatever you decide to use for your raccoons, muskrats, whatever. I use a small #1 coil trap, just a jump trap, and they work out real well for me for all of this. They're small enough to get a mink or a muskrat in, and they're big enough to hold a raccoon. The odd otter that comes by, they'll hold those too, so that's great. The only other thing you're going to need to do if you're going to do this in New Brunswick or any state or province that has a drowning set regulation is you're going to want to make sure that you bring a roll of wire, and you're going to want to make sure that you've got a stake for the top and a stake for the bottom to set your drowning rig on. If you're the trapper that uses like a cinder block or a bag that's weighted down, then just make sure you have whatever you need to make a drowning rig of. Okay, so how do I choose my locations for these traps? Well, a couple of things are a must. The first thing is that what I want to do is I want to make sure that the pipe and the set are completely in the water. Okay, I don't want any of those exposed. I don't want them on land. I don't want anything to be able to grab them from the land. Now, a couple reasons for this. The first one is that I want to make sure this is classified as a water-based set. Okay, so as a water-based set, I'm required to have the entire trap completely submerged in the water. Okay, a location like this is ideal. I'm on a secondary road, so you've got a main road up there. I think that's like the 540 or whatever. And then I've got a secondary road coming down here. And as you can see right here, the beavers at one time have dammed up this culvert and killed a bunch of stuff over here. But they're long since gone now. Okay, but what that leaves me with is it leaves me with a nice open area with a lot of deep water right in front of the culvert, okay? Because I'm sure that they would have dug this out with the backhoe or whatever when they put the culvert in, or even when they got rid of the beavers. It also leaves me these nice little runs where the ditch starts up, okay? So you can see right here that you've got an area where the ditch runs down along, okay? And then it quickly gets deep over to this side. Okay, so where it gets deep right there is ideal because I'm going to get my drowning rig in there, but I've got lots of shallow water right here to set my trap up in. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I do one of these sets. They're quick, they're easy, they're simple, and you're going to love them if you use them on your line. Okay, so here we go. It's quick and easy. I'm out of my truck. I got my trap. I got my pipe. I got my paste bait that I make for these. If you haven't yet seen the paste bait video, I'll put a link up to it here in the corner of the video. It's a great one. This paste bait for raccoons, mink, and muskrat works absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so if you haven't yet seen that video, go ahead and check it out on the MB Wildman channel. Anyway, these are real easy. Grab your pipe. You want to just step across, and you want to make sure you're in enough water to make sure that all you need to do is you want to leave your pipe sticking out of the ground anywhere from, you know, 2-3 inches, and it doesn't really matter how tall or how far you leave it sticking up out of the ground. You just want to make sure that it's in there at a good depth. Okay, I like something like that, 5-6 inches. It doesn't have to be super solid, right? So you're down in there. You want to rig up your trap. Like I said, you want to rig it up behind me here where the water's deeper. You want to rig it up in on a drowning rig if that's what your state or province requires, okay? If it's not, then you can feel free to just stake these down hard and dispatch when you come along and find what you find in the trap, okay? But if your area requires a drowning rig, before you set this up, I'd set it out on a drowning rig. Okay, so I'm gonna set my trap, and then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bed my trap, and I don't have to sink it down in the mud or anything like that. I just wanna set it about 4 inches in front of the mouth of the pipe. Okay, and I'm just gonna set it down nice and level if I can. And again, I would have this on a drowning rig. If you can just stake it down, then stake it down. But so that's on the slider out into the deep water behind me. Then I just take a little bit of my paste bait, right? Scoop it up. You don't need a lot, for sure. You don't need a lot. Just put a little bit of it in the mouth of the pipe. Sometimes even put a little bit around the top, just like that, whatever. It doesn't make any difference. And then that's it. Walk away from it. You're all set and you're all done. The setup is real easy, and the setup is the same as the other videos. So if you want a more clear explanation of how to set these up, there's a shorter video on the MB Wildman channel from a long time ago called PVC Pipe Set Revealed. Go ahead and check that one out if you want to, and that'll give you kind of the more of the setup part. But this was a little bit more about how I chose a location. So you want to make sure there's deep water on one side, shallow water on the other, and then you can go ahead and set this on a drowning rig. Now, if you live in a place that doesn't require drowning sets, then these are super quick and easy. You can hop out of the truck anywhere along your line, anywhere that there's water, drop one of these in, get the trap in the water, stake it down, drop out and go. And I mean, you can set a pile of these and you'll catch a lot of fur. Anyway, I hope this helps you out. You can use it on your line. Until next time, happy hunting from the MB Wildman channel.